Hello, this is Jackie. I would turn the camera around, but let's be honest, it's quarantine. I haven't showered yet today. I haven't done my hair. I haven't done anything, and it's, almost 1 o'clock. So you're just gonna get a nice shot of the wine that I ordered instead. So speaking of wine, this wine is from Prairie Berry Winery. It's South Dakota wines made since 1876. I believe that's from the family, but I believe the commercialization of it started in 1999, which is when I found them, and very exciting to be knowing them from kind of the ground floor up, back when they were just in a little boring blah building down at the end of corner of I believe it's Highway 79 in Fairmont. And now they have a gorgeous, sprawling winery out in Hill City in South Dakota in the middle of the Black Hills, with an awesome tasting room and tables outside and inside, of course, too, but tables outside where you can sit and look at a fan-freaking-tastic view of the Black Hills. Anyway, so I ordered a mystery box of semi-sweet and sweet wines. It was a case and it came yesterday. It was a sale. It was $149 for 12 bottles, which I thought was a pretty good deal. It averages out to about $12.40 a bottle. So I ordered that and it came yesterday, and I screwed up the video yesterday. So I am recording what I unboxed yesterday today. The sale that they have goes on through April 30th. So if you see something you want to try, now's the time to do it. All right, let's get started. Oh, and they also have a box of dry, and I don't know if semi-dry is the right word, but they have a dry mystery box for, I believe, $1.99, and free shipping is kind of the deal too. So if you like dry wine, check that out. On their website, it's just prairieberry.com, I think. Let me just double check on the back here. Yes, prairieberry.com. So they name a lot of their wines after people from Black Hills history and all that sort of thing. So we will get started. Of course, before I can get started, I need to yell at the little girl on the table, even though we technically allow them on the table because we never eat at the table. We just don't, unless people are coming over, and of course we clean it. But yeah, you can tell how comfortable she is on there. Little Miss Pippa, or should I say Snoopy? We should have named you Snoopy. Yeah. So she's just gonna hang out, hopefully, there and not bother me over here, but we'll see. Anywho. All right, first up, I took notes off their website because I can't remember, and I'm not a wine connoisseur. I just drink the wine that I like. I don't care if it's fruit wine or if it's regular wine, which I don't understand the snobbery around fruit wine, because isn't grape a fruit? I'm sure there's some fancy ass explanation for it, but I don't care. I drink what I like. Anyway, so I took notes off their website because we'll, give you some better notes and undertones and things to give you a better idea of what the flavor of wine is. Anyway, we have first up the Wild Bill, named after Wild Bill Hickok wine. It is an American red table wine, and I've had it before. It's been a while, but it's good. I do like it. That one, let's see, my notes say what? It is a semi-sweet wine. It's made from Catawba, I think is how you say it, grapes. And it has aromas of strawberry and sweet grapes, which can't go wrong there. And it is a recent winner of the 2019 Jefferson Cup, which must be some fancy wine competition. So it is a good wine. I really am excited to try it again for the second or third time that I just apparently can't remember, but very good. So I got 2 bottles of that in yesterday's shipment, so exciting. The next one is Lauren's Elk. This one is so different and so good. I just love it. So I hope I'm not covering up the speaker on the phone, but anyway, Lawrence Elk. What can we say about that? It's won many awards. It is a semi-sweet wine made with bright black currants. It has notes of young raspberry and juniper. The juniper is what's really cool to me. So I don't know juniper from pine, from cedar, from whatever when it comes to tasting and notes. So I guess I'm not very good at that. But to me, when I first tasted it, it was like I tasted the Black Hills. That aroma and slight hint of the apparently juniper, which I thought was pine, but juniper, just, I don't know. It makes me feel like I am back in the Black Hills where I grew up, born and raised. And if you are from there, lived there, don't live there now, visited there and loved it, and missing it in any way, shape, or form, this wine is the wine to drink. This will tell you, will not tell you. This will just make you feel like you are walking in the hills, in the woods with your grandpa, like I used to when I was younger. I was lucky enough to be able to spend every Sunday, or most Sundays, with my grandparents where they lived up in the hills. We spent pretty much from the time after church and after lunch up there. Sometimes we would go there for lunch, but we would stay for dinner, and we wouldn't get home till about 8:30 at night. So we spent the entire day up there, and there were not kids around. So I learned how to talk to adults, and I learned how to spend time with my grandparents and appreciate their history and know them and love them. Not that I wouldn't have loved them anyway, but it was special times. Grandpa would take us out, and we would walk in the hills with him, just, behind their house basically. And the best memory I have of that, aside from the crunching of the pine needles and the twigs and grass and everything, because it's very dry there usually, is him telling me to watch out for the jelly beans on the ground. Jelly beans, aka deer poop. Yeah. So anyway, so this reminds me of that. It reminds me of just the stillness and the quietness and the beauty of the Black Hills. And I think with it having the juniper notes, if you are a fan of gin, you probably would like this wine, is my guess. I think they have a recipe on their website for some sort of a cocktail using this wine. I can't remember right now what it is, but I would try it, whatever it is. Anyway, that was a long rambling story. Okay, next we have Uncle Ralph's Rhubarb. I think I've tried this one before. I can't really remember. It's 100% rhubarb wine. It was named after the winemaker's father. And that's really about all I know on it. I think it's semi-sweet, being rhubarb, So we'll see about that. Next is Wild Plum Fusion. This one is really good. I haven't had it for about a year and a half, but it's nummy. It is made from red grapes and wild plums from South Dakota, which is cool. And there are notes of fresh plums, duh, and undertones of young blueberries and hints of earthiness. So it's, I don't know, I'm a big fan of plum wines. I found some sort of a, oh gosh, I think it was a wild plum wine maybe, or maybe just a plum wine from, I think, Door County Winery several years ago, and it reminded me of that. Very, very good. I just really like the plum flavor, I guess. Anyway, next is Gold Digger. This one is so good. It is a pear wine. So it has, according to their site, it has delicate notes of sweet pear with light undertones of lemon and vanilla. It's just really sweet and smooth and good. It's a good drinking wine. They do have a recipe on their website, I remember, for a Gold Digger mule. So if you like mules, this would be a great wine to buy and try with it. Next is my personal favorite, Calamity Jane, named after Calamity Jane. It's an American red table wine. It is made with, crud, I totally forgot the name of the grape, and I don't have it written down. It's really hard to get old. Oh, Concord, that's the one. Okay, it is made with 100%, I believe, I think, Concord grapes anyway, or that's the dominant flavor. It is just a sweet, smooth red wine, and it's fantastic. It's like grape juice with a kick, which let's be honest, that's pretty much what I want. I want red wine with a kick. I want grape juice with a kick. I'm not looking to taste alcohol so much. I just want a drink that tastes good and that gets me a little happy. That's all I'm looking for in life. All right, next one, Red Ass Rhubarb. This one is their most popular wine. It has won multiple awards. It is a 90% rhubarb and 10% raspberry wine. It is so freaking good. It is, according to the description, rich raspberry followed by a bright tart rhubarb with a hint of citrus. Sorry, can't talk. It is so good. If you like margaritas, again, another recipe on their website. Okay, I don't remember the ratios, but you buy Red Ass Rhubarb wine and then margarita mixer. Uh-oh. Excuse you? I don't think so. Yeah, too bad. Sorry about that. Anyway, you buy this Red Ass Rhubarb wine, you buy some non-alcoholic margarita mix, I should clarify, and you do like 1 part of one to 3 parts of the other, and I can't remember what the ratio is, but anyway, it's like a raspberry rhubarb margarita, and it freaking rocks. They make them in their tasting room, so you can buy them and try them when you go there. And again, it's really sucks to get old. Oh, they call them, this is the best part, almost better than the taste, but not quite. They call them not just red ass margaritas. They call them red assaritas. Isn't that awesome? I just love it. I'm easily amused, but that's okay. It's fun. It's just fun to say too. Okay, next I have a second bottle of Wild Bill, so that's good, and a second bottle of Lawrence Elk. And then I have the one that I am super excited to try. It is their newer Rosy Ass Rhubarb. Now this one is rhubarb, of course, and strawberry. So it is, according to them, sassy and sweet. It has notes of candied strawberries and fresh picked rhubarb. And it was a gold medal winner at the 2019 Jefferson Cup Invitational Wine Competition, which again, must be that fancy or popular wine competition anyway. So good to know that it's another winner. I am super excited to try it. Then another bottle of Wild Plum Fusion and another bottle of Gold Digger. So that's fun. So that was my 12 bottles that came yesterday. Now, let's go check out the ones that came today. This is a mystery box. Again, if you don't want to spend $150 or $200 on a box of wine, you can get a mystery box of 4 bottles. It could be anything from dry to sweet, so it's a little different that way. Anyway, so that averages out to, it's for $59.99, and it averages out to about $15 a bottle, obviously. Free shipping. I don't remember if I said before, but the case averages out, the sweet case averages out to about $12.40 a bottle, which is freaking awesome. Anyway, so we will see what we have here. So I already had to open it because, you know, I didn't need Snoopy over there helping me. So they package things really well too. So first thing we have is another bottle of Lawrence Elk, which is awesome. It will be great to drink, or it'll be a great gift. I do have some gifts to give out because I was recently sick with COVID, and as was my husband, so we are going to enjoy sharing this. And then another bottle of Wild Bill. Again, another great one. I am excited about that. Look who came back. Why don't you go over here and check that out? Nope, not interested in doing that, huh? Figures. Okay. Next one. Aha. We have Pheasant Reserve, which is a choke cherry and grape wine. Now, their notes on the website on this one said, what did they say? Let's see. Pheasant Reserve. Oh yes, it's Merlot. So if you like Merlot, here's a good deal. Oh, nobody needs to see that face. Merlot and choke cherry wine with notes of black cherry, vanilla, pepper, and Tabasco, which is quite interesting to me, actually. I think that'll be nice. So that's a dry one. I have a couple recipes, like a beef stew one and then a beef bourguignon recipe that I'm always needing a dry wine for. This will be good, and then I can drink it with it because it should go with it, right? Should be a good pairing. I don't know anything about pairings. The first time I actually had a real pairing, I was so surprised. I was like, oh, that wine does taste better when you eat it with a certain food. So maybe I shouldn't dismiss Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon so quickly, but I still would rather have a sweet or semi-sweet. I just want something that I don't have to have with food, something that tastes good on its own. But this will be exciting. So there's that. Oops. And our last one. This is the one I am super excited to try from this box. I might have tried it. I don't know. I might have tried it in the tasting room, but I was hoping one of these would come in the box. So it is an Anapesa Luca, I think is how you say it, 2019 wine. The Anapesa line is a more traditional wine line versus fruit wine like a lot of the others. It's a white wine blend. Anapesa, I believe, is the winemaker Sandy's great-great-grandmother. Let's see. Anapesa wines are crafted to connect the beauty and heritage of our family's past with the possibilities of today. Before immigrating to the Dakota Territory in the late 1800s, Anapesa made wines for her family in Moravia, the Czech Republic. Today, her great-great-granddaughter, Sandy, I don't want to butcher her last name, pays homage to her family's history by creating wines of exceptional quality rooted in tradition. So like I said before, I'm typically not a dry fan, but I have tried some of the Anapesa wines in the tasting room, and I really like them, even though, like I said, I typically would not be one to like them. So the notes that I have on that are that it is a dry white with notes of lemongrass and white grapefruit. So that just sounds really kind of cool. That will be a great one to have when we have company over, because I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think it'd be a wine that I would drink the whole bottle of before it went bad. So this will be definitely a great wine when we have friends over. I'm really looking forward to when the quarantine is over and we can actually have, people over and we can do things. Maybe we'll have to have a wine tasting with some people I know. So I'm pretty excited to just do anything outside the house, honestly. I've been quarantined for the entire month of April, thanks to my husband being sick and then me being sick with the lovely kill it dead cobra COVID virus. And then I was home for a couple weeks before that, working from home. So I've been out of the house. I was out of the house before quarantine for 3 times to get groceries. And then since I was quarantined in April, the only time I've been out of the house was to either drive my husband to the testing site to get tested, or to drive him to the emergency room so he could get fluids and stay overnight in the hospital, or to go to the emergency room myself to get fluids and anti-nausea meds, or a few days later to go to the hospital to stay for 3 days because I could not breathe very well. I mean, I could breathe because obviously I'm still here, but I could not breathe well. So I'm super excited. I tested negative yesterday, I got the results yesterday from Sunday, and then I went and took my second test yesterday, and I'm just waiting for the results. So I'm super, super, super praying and hoping and crossing everything to say, yes, you're COVID free, and now you can drink some wine. So anyway, that was just a really long way of saying, drink some wine for Prairie Berry. It's awesome. And life is short. Drink the wine, eat the cake, buy the shoes, whatever your mantra is, but do it and don't take things so seriously in life. Take COVID seriously, because trust me, you don't want that crap. It sucks if you're symptomatic, or at least more than mild symptomatic. But enjoy life. Drink wine. Peace out.